Your first film was The Sleeping Car Murders.
That's right.
And then you'd made Family Business, which was a kind of a crime comedy.
Yes.
Did you know this? I have to make this movie?
Absolutely. And it was the moment when the colonists took the power in Greece. So it was important to me to do something against that. And Zed was the best thing to do.
In the opening credits, you have a disclaimer that reads, any similarity to real persons and events is not coincidental. It is intentional. But you didn't set the film in Greece.
No, of course not. The movie was shown in Greece almost 8 years later, after the colonists left the power.
But you could have, I guess you didn't want to have the actors speaking in Greek either. You made the film in France. Or in French,
France
anyway.
With the French actors, because it was not impossible to go to find Greek actors or French actors speaking Greek. So it was necessary to do it that way or not to do it at all.
Isn't this based on actual events, the so-called Lambrakis case in Greece?
Absolutely.
What happened in
it's
the
an assassination. It was a senator who tried to do different politics from what the usual politics was that time. It was the cold period, and politicians should be pro-Russians or pro-Americans. No way to be halfway.
And this is before the colonel's coup?
Before the colonists, of course. Before the colonists, the colonists took the power against him because he was starting against that spirit, because that spirit started getting very important. And Lambrakis was the representative of that spirit.
Why did you shoot the film in Algiers, of all places? Because
it was the only place we were allowed to shoot it. In France, it was impossible because you didn't have enough money. In Italy, they refused everything. And one of the actors, Jacques Perrin, told me, do you know Algeria? I said, no, because they can help us, not by giving us money, but just give us the possibilities to shoot the movie there.
And it looks kind of like a European city.
It looks a Mediterranean city, and the real story took place in Thessaloniki in Greece, so it was a harbor city, so it was easy to simulate the movie.
You do two things that we've seen a lot in film since. I don't know whether this is the first time it's ever been done, but you tell us what happened later.
What happened after, yes. What happened with every person who was involved to that story.
And also all the list of things that had been banned by the junta that took over after the movie ended, which includes things like long hair. You have a shot of some people cutting off
the police catching up the students with long hair and cutting the hair in the street.
Couldn't play the Beatles. Yes. You couldn't learn Russian.
Yes.
And even the letter Z was banned?
Was banned because Z, it means it's in life in Greek ancient, in Greek modern. And people who were writing on the walls Z, it was a way to speak about that senator. So he was involved. It was prohibited by the colonels.
So this is one of those odd films that has the same name in many different languages, but pronounced differently. Zeta would be in Greece, Z in England, Z in the United States.
That's right. But it's always Z, the same letter.